Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. Let me just let the Discord know that I'm live quick. Hold on 1 second. Live now on YouTube for short video before CPI. Please. This. Okay. All right, all right. So, as always, guys, let's start from a top-down analysis. We missed this daily high the other day by just a bit. We got a rejection, and now we're trading back into the set of order blocks here. We have a daily order block here, daily order block here, and here. We traded back down into it yesterday. I think that this could be used as legs to go higher. I just want to check the weekly quick. No fair value gaps there. We're also trading on the 4-hour into this bullish fair value gap. Yesterday, we were able to sweep these equal lows. So I'm thinking that this might be the driver to take us higher. We do also have equal highs right above us. If you guys look at the, I believe it was from the session on Tuesday of last week. Actually, was it from this week? No, it wasn't from yesterday. Or was it from yesterday? Yeah, it was from yesterday. Sorry, guys, my bad. So we have equal highs right here. If you look on the 1-minute chart, you can see them right here. They're perfectly equal. So these are a magnet for price. I'm thinking that potentially today, when CPI happens, we'll be able to get a push up. If you look at the 5-minute chart right now, we're about to potentially inverse this set of fair value gaps, which actually could be what drives us up to those equal highs. I wouldn't really recommend taking this first 5-minute fair value gap, especially because it is CPI and things can be manipulated. It's also not singular. There's 2 gaps here, so not necessarily the best setup in my opinion. I do want to look at the lower time frame one more time and just see if there's any equal highs that may be formed in the London session, maybe some that formed in the Asia session. So we have another set of equal highs right here. So I will label those, obviously. I don't know why it turned out red. It should be green. And then we do have another set, it looks like, right here. So I will label these as well. And I think that's pretty much it. But you can see that we're pumping through all of this right now. And did London form some as well? No, doesn't look like it. So we have 3 sets of equal highs above us. I would not be surprised if 1 or 2 of these hit in the morning session. And then after that, I wouldn't be surprised if we get some kind of consolidation and manipulation higher above these at some point. I will note though, guys, if you look at the hourly chart, we did inverse this very, this is called a BPR, a balanced price range, where we come up, create a bullish fair value gap, we close below it. This is also an inversion gap, but it's primarily a BPR, they call it, balanced price range. Yesterday, I called out this hourly high, and I said that you should watch for manipulation above this high to distribute down. And we did manipulate. There wasn't really an A+ setup, unfortunately, if you look back at the manipulation. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 stabs up before actually making the move. It was very difficult. We created all this low resistance liquidity. A lot of people got smoked trying to shorten this leg of price. There were a lot of inversions here you would have gotten smoked on, a lot of inversions here. So nonetheless, it ended up delivering all the way down to the equal lows. But it was still very tough to take. Right now, this is all inversing to the upside. I think that these equal highs are coming this morning, if I had to guess. I'd need to see a 5-minute close above to take this setup. I will take this, but very small size, I think, because of the nature of the day, and only because there are perfect equal highs here. If there were not, I would not consider this trade before CPI, but because they're here before CPI, I will take this small size. Also, keep in mind, the stop loss on this trade is massive, so... Excuse me. Just keep that in mind as well. But I think this is a good trade to take to the equal highs. So for now, guys, my bias is bullish for the short term. However, like I said, structurally on the hourly, I think that this could continue further down. We have this new week opening gap here. We have this new week opening gap. Standard deviation of the Asia range is down here as well. We have that BPR that we balanced with manipulation yesterday to go lower. So I think this could all deliver us up here. And no 5-minute closure above yet, guys, unfortunately. So I cannot take this, but I still think this is going to go higher. The 5-minute candle closes at 55. So we have 3 minutes until this candle close, which means I have 3 minutes till I can take this trade. Also, guys, if you're make sure if you're watching the stream on YouTube, make sure you like it. On X, I think just commenting helps with the algos, but very strong move up here. And again, we have equal highs. That's the target. But there's nothing that can take here. It's too high up already. If we get some kind of a pullback back into this fair value gap and then a trade, then this is definitely possible, but I still think this is going to go up. If we can get a pullback here, I'll take it long. But this is too high up for me to take now. 3 minute, everything has closed above apart from the 5, but unfortunately I still have to wait for it. This is also forming kind of like a breaker block here. Low, high, lower, low. Also sweeping the internal low from yesterday. So this is definitely signifying to me strength in the market and that these highs are coming next. But again, like I said, we need pullback, something that we can use to take the trade. And so far, the 5-minute is not closed above. You can see here that right before the 5-minute candle closes, it's rejecting here. So be very careful. Also, we have a potential 1-minute inversion forming here. I don't know if, I mean, it's going to be really high up for this to actually be a trade. But if we can close here, for example, you could try a 1-for-1. I think that's decent. Okay. So the 5-minute never closed above. Look at that. Wicked after sweeping this high. So you have to be so careful here, guys. So careful. Okay, so 3-minute is trading back down into the BPR that just formed. I think what will probably happen here is we'll create a 1-minute fair value gap, inverse it, and then that will be the entry for the trade. I am not suggesting taking this long yet, but if you guys really want to take this, stop loss is a close back below on the 3. This is a decent trade, but that's a pretty big rejection and a 1-minute BPR, a 1-minute inversion fair value gap fail. Okay, so if this closes above here, this is the trade that I would take personally. But if this rejects from here, you have to be careful, obviously. Okay, so far looks like a fail. No close back above. Okay, so let's see if we get the inversion here. Again, if we close above here, that is the entry for the trade. You can take profits at these equal highs. If you want, you can hold up to the second level of equal highs. Totally up to you. Okay, so again, no close above. Once we do, that's the entry for the trade. If you guys want to try, if this ends up collapsing down here and trading into this breaker block further, then you can try and take a long with your stop down here. That's another option. Okay, nice trade down into the breaker block. Need to see some type of an inversion to take a setup. We got a liquidity sweep here too, which is good. Okay, now trading down into this 3-minute, trading down into the 5-minute. See if we got a setup long. All right, there's another fair value gap play here. A little smaller, but nonetheless, it still is one. We got our liquidity sweep. We're trading into a bullish 5, so this actually doesn't look bad to me. I'm probably going to take this, guys. Targeting the equal highs. So this is about a 2.2 to 1 RR trade if everything goes well. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. We'll see. But I actually like this. Good, we're trading from a bullish fair value gap. Sorry, on the 5-minute. We're trading from a bullish gap on the 3, the 2, the 1. Yeah, this looks pretty good to me. Okay, I'm in this. Take profit's going to be up here. Stop loss will be a close back below. Okay, beautiful so far. Let's see if it follows through here. Nice. Come on, let's see follow through. Almost. Come on. Hit the TP. Wait, why did that not fill my order? There we go. Let's go. All right, that's my one trade of the day. Let's go. All right, so I'm done there, guys. Pretty good RR there. It wasn't quite a 2 to 1, but it was a 1.74. I hope you guys learned something super simple there. 1-minute inversion. I'll put my executions on the screen so you guys can see them. I took that on fundeds, not a cash account because it's right before CPI, but I think we could easily see rejection from there, but we'll see. Just gotta post it in the Discord. Okay, so from here, I mean, we can obviously get rejection. I do think this continues higher because we have more equal highs right above us. But yeah, we'll see what happens with it. Give me a second here. So if you guys are trying to get a secondary entry on this, again, I think this is much lower probability now that the first set of equal highs were hit. But we do have another set right above us here near London. So this could be what we use to deliver higher. Just giving you a heads up there. And then we'll see what we get for the CPI session. I'm going to come back on, unless we get a reaction, unless I get 3 or 4 people in the Discord live, I will come back on YouTube for the CPI session. Okay, continuation from that 1 minute fair value gap. Again, I think this could easily drive us higher here, but we'll see. Okay, there's another hit. And this should go to the equal highs now. If it was up to me. If it was up to me. Realistically, it should be going to the equal highs now. But again, learn to take one trade and be done. Even though I thought this bullish 1 minute gap would be used to go higher, it's still not something that's just giving me an excuse to take a trade. And from here, guys, I would be done. I would wait until CPI to take your next trade if you're going to even take anything. Even though we have another set of equal highs up here, this was the setup. This was a secondary entry, but higher risk. And now I would just wait. Because they could, one thing I will note, sometimes that does happen, is they'll create equal highs and they'll leave them until CPI. So they'll come very close and try and manipulate people to go long. And then they'll dump the market, fill some fair value gaps, or maybe touch into midnight opening price, do something where they chop the market around here, and then they deliver later. So keep that in mind. That can happen for sure. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of the market real quick. Tesla up 2%. That's good to see. Nothing really performing poorly yet this morning. Enphase up 3% after being down 25% yesterday. VIX is down. CRM is down 1%. So nothing really performing poorly from my major watch list. Okay. So yeah, now we pretty much just wait and see what happens. Oh, breaking news. Trump says Iran has reached out to negotiate. We'll see about that. Did anybody take this trade? Anyone take this inversion gap? And if not, what trade did you take? So my first target was hit. That's where I took my profits. I do think we're going higher here, but be careful because on CPI, like I said, we can easily manipulate up close to perfect equal highs and then reject the market. So just know that. Okay, super close to these equal highs now. We'll see if we get hit. Another set of 2 order blocks forming here. This could easily drive up there. I think the target for CPI will be these equal highs, but I don't know if they'll just deliver it cleanly. We have that first standard deviation of the Asia range there as well, but we'll see what happens. We have the London high up here, so I'll label that as well. Not data high, but I'll just label it data high for now and then change the wording to London high. Okay, beautiful push there. Not quite to the equal highs, but almost there. Okay, almost to those equal highs. Let's see. Okay, this looks like it's going to be the push up to the equal highs. Again, breaker block, inversion gap, targeting these highs. Beautiful trade. It doesn't get any better than this. This is an A+++ setup. It's exactly why I executed. You can see where I entered and where I exited. Okay, so another trip into a 1 minute gap. Do not be surprised if we could just get a big green candle here to target the equal highs and the London highs. I told you guys already, this was the entry. If you're not entering here, then I don't know what you're doing. But anything like longing up here, yes, it's probably going to hit, but these are very terrible risk to reward plays. So nothing that I would take personally. And just about there. See if we get it. Wow, super close. And boom. There it is, guys. Equal highs hit. London highs look like they're about to hit as well. And then we could just get a straight push all the way up to these equal highs. But I really doubt it. I think they'll probably make this tougher to deliver. So maybe we'll get a retracement down, create some more inversions here, and then we'll get this set up later on in the day during CPI. But that was one beautiful trade, one and done. For those of you guys who, I don't know if you can even enter the chat, but you can type 1 if you took this inversion gap. You can see the entry, you can see the exit right at the first set of equal highs. My runners are out for the funded right there, and that's it. I'm not taking any more trades today. CPI, I might take something like a rebalance of a fair value gap if it's really good, but I probably won't. We'll see how everything plays out. I mean, the beautiful part is when you're on CPI day, when you're done before CPI is even started, because then you could basically have fun on stream. You don't have to take any trades or any sizable trades, I guess. But if something A+ presents itself during CPI, I'll take it too. So nobody in chat took this setup right here? This 1 minute inversion? Somebody in here, there's 16 people watching wherever you're watching from. Somebody had to have taken this 1 minute inversion gap. Okay, there's London high, beautiful. This is probably just going to continue up, if I had to guess. We have a monthly level sitting here at 20,093.75, so I think this is also going to hit. Wow, beautiful push. For those of you guys who are watching the stream, let me know what setup did you take today? There was this 5 minute fair value gap, but the closure was all the way up here. Very tough to take. So what I did was I waited for the 1 minute inversion after the retracement. And again, there is a level here. Let me take the magnet tool off. Use a horizontal line. It's at 20,093.5. I'll label it in blue, or actually I'll label it in orange. This is a pretty strong level in the market, so I think what's probably going to happen is we're going to push up to here and then get some kind of an inversion play for later in the day. We'll see if we get something to go up there, but I will tell you guys this is a very strong level, 20,093.50. So if we come back down here and maybe trade into this order block, then go higher, that's going to be another potential setup. So many different things here. And guys, if you're watching this stream, make sure you like it. It helps the algorithms a lot. And if not, you're dead to me. Oh, damn. Iran plunges into near total internet blackouts. Whoa. Okay, nice touch into that first set of equal highs. I think this has the potential to drop down to this order block. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. If it does trade into this order block and we get another inversion play, that'll be nice to target this set of this quarterly or monthly level here at 2093.50. Okay, beautiful continuation here. Again, I want to see this pump up to this monthly level, 22,093.50. So the only trade that I took today was on one of the newer fundeds. And it was the same trade that you're seeing on the screen here. If you want to see, it was the inversion gap targeting the equal highs. This is a newer funded account, but only 104 on the day, so nothing crazy. But for those of you guys who love to hate, there you go. And I'd love to see this trade back to this order block to then get a setup up to the monthly level here. But until then, we'll be patient because there's no extra inversion. I was totally out after the first set of equal highs in case there was manipulation. In this case, they delivered it pretty cleanly. There wasn't really any pullbacks. You could have stayed entered here and never even gotten stopped out in your position. Okay, nice push there up above this high. I'm just labeling some equal highs on one of my charts. 1 second. Bum 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 bum. Okay, So again, this is the level I'm looking at. I'm paying attention to it because it's a very strong level. So I would not be surprised if we go there. However, if we start closing below order blocks here on the 1 minute, then this could easily retrace down to this order block, where I think there's another potential for a bounce. So anyone who's trying to long right now, this could have been a liquidity generating event. They could dump us here and then we get it later. Not A+, if you ask me right now. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa, what the hell is it doing? All right, so another sweep above the high. Again, this is the magnet for price right now. There is a level here on the monthly at 2093.50. So do not be surprised if that hits, but to get there, they might make it difficult. They could easily trade it back down, again, to this order block here on the 1. There's a 1 minute fair value gap here, so many different paths they can take. Again, I already took my trade today, one and done. This could be an opportunity, though. If you guys are looking for another setup, maybe be patient and wait for this fair value gap to get traded into, and then you can get a setup from there. But if this ends up just consolidating like this and then delivering it here, we could also target a short setup later to target that level. So 2 different scenarios that could easily play out here. But one of the 2 I do like. So targeting the monthly level, inversion play to target this 1 minute gap. And yeah, we'll see which one presents itself. But neither one involves taking a trade here. Do you guys notice that? Why? Because the RR is terrible. You want to wait for the monthly sweep, then look for a short, or wait for a pullback and then look for a long to the monthly level. Okay, so we patiently wait for that level to get hit, and then we'll look for our long or our short. Oh my god, that's hilarious. All right, so let's see if we get the pump here. Looks like we're going to. And once we get the sweep of this monthly level, that is when I will be looking for a potential short. And what is the target here? It's this 1 minute gap. And if we end up getting it first, then we'll look for a long to target that monthly high. Either one will work fine. Does that make sense to everyone watching? If you're wondering where the level comes from, you can see it right here. It's a monthly level on NQ. Always label these on your chart because they're often a magnet for price. Even if we've passed them already, they oftentimes are used. They touch back into it and then you get a setup later on. And there it is. So hopefully we deliver above it and then get some kind of an inversion play. But either way, I think that this is going to end up dumping before the equal highs. I don't think they're going to cleanly deliver it all the way up. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. But if there's some kind of an A+ setup here, I will take it. If you're looking at inversions to the downside here, there's nothing. This is kind of like a stair-stepper move, so you don't really get any inversions here. But if we can trade above it, come close to these equal highs or somewhere within it in this macro time also, then that could be what delivers us back down to this area of price. Okay, so almost perfect rejection from that monthly level that I just told you guys about. Again, always mark these on your charts. But you can see it right there, that monthly high. And if we come up again and we get some kind of an inversion here before the equal highs, I will take that to the downside. But we will be patient and see what we get. Patience, patience, patience. Has anyone in chat, anyone taken a trade yet? I feel like there's just bots in here, bro. For the 19 people viewing this, 16 on X, looks like 4 or 5 on, I don't know, 3 on YouTube. Anybody take a trade today? Tell me what you took. Or are you guys just NPCs that watch and don't make any comments? Wild, bro. It's like I'm talking to a wall. Okay, we can take a look at the rest of the market for now. We're waiting for that. Tesla up to 323. We did sweep this daily high on Tesla, but I do think that this green level is going to come next at 373. It's the monthly fair value gap high, which we never tapped into. I think this is just forming an order block to go higher. We have a volume imbalance here on the monthly as well. Super important level right there. I'll actually label this. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Okay, nice push here. I want to see a push above the monthly level. That's going to be a really good sign for me. Love to see a nice big push above it. Okay, nothing. No inversion here. Okay, what's up? Good morning, sir. Okay, good to see you. For those of you guys who don't know, Kay is one of my OG members. Yes, sir. I took this inverse right here. You can see the executions, but I took it on fundeds. Now I think this can easily reject back down into this 1 minute fair value gap. And then potentially we get another setup later to target the equal highs above us. But we'll see. How's work going, Kay? Anything new and exciting? I didn't hold this because today's CPI, I thought that we were going to potentially get a manipulation, so I just made it a quick trade. But you can see the secondary equal highs hit, and then the monthly high, which if you guys, again, for those of you guys who are not paying attention, if you go to the monthly chart and you mark out all your monthly highs, this was a monthly level, and you can see that we're rejecting perfectly from it, but I said that this was very likely to be a target for today. Bum, 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 bum. Stressful and boring. And you're working 8 hours a day, Kay? Guys, make sure you like the stream if you're in here. Helps the algos. Another 1 minute inversion play here, by the way. But this is way too high to be taking, in my opinion. Way, way too high. Are there perfect equal highs that just formed here? Oh my goodness. And there are perfect equal highs that just formed on NQ. So do not be surprised if these hit right now. Do not be surprised, guys. And about Boeing plane, I heard about two accidents in India. Another Boeing accident. So I will point this out to you guys. Look at how amazing this is. So I know a lot of you who are in here probably know about this Boeing trade that I took, but for those of you guys who don't know in the Discord, this is something that I called like 7 months ago. That Boeing was going to trade into this bullish gap and that the final target was going to be in this bullish fair value gap. You guys can see the fair value gap, fair value gap. The day that the Boeing incident happened, look at this. We tapped into the monthly fair value gap. We had a manipulation like into it. This was pretty much the day of the accident. I think it was give or take a day, and then immediately we dumped right in that monthly gap. Like it's amazing how the charts, I'm not saying they predict the future, they don't, but some news was going to come out about Boeing in this monthly gap to make it reject. And yeah, you can see what happened after Boeing dumped. I still think that Boeing has legs higher. I think, whoops, there are a lot of gaps here on the daily that need to be filled. So from the 230 to 242 level needs to be filled. The rest of that monthly fair value gap, I think, will fill eventually. Maybe we're just creating an order block here, but it's just amazing how we were... If you guys look at my X account, go follow me on X. The link is in the description below. There's my WAP link, and then there should be the X/Twitter link. Go to my profile and search for Boeing. You will see the day that I exited. I said I exited my full-size position right here on this candle on, I think, the 3rd of June. You can go back. It was either on the 3rd or on the 9th, but I believe it was the 3rd. It's just amazing how that ends up working. But yeah, so another potential inversion here. I'll label this IFEG here in purple. We swept the equal highs, and now if this inverses to the downside, let me see if there's an SMT with ES. The reason I don't love the inversion to the downside is because we have equal highs still on NQ right above us. But I still think there's potential for us to come up, retrade into this area, then go long later. We'll see what happens. But I'm very excited for CPI. I think it's going to be a pretty big mover today, even though there's not going to be any Fed cuts. If you guys look at the... Oh, whoops. If you look at the... I can just show you on this, actually. If you look at the... Where is it? This is a great tool if you guys don't use this already. The CME Group Fed Watch rates. You can see today we have a 99.9% chance that we keep rates the same. No cuts are going to happen today, realistically. But even though that's the case, I still think that we're going to have some big movement. Guys, join Discord. It's really valuable. Oh, thanks, Kay. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I do. I mean, everything from... I post I post a lot of the trades that I take. Again, that's not a suggestion to take them. It's all for educational purposes only. It's not financial advice. I post all of my long-term ads, my option selling, swing trades, all that stuff. So if you guys want to join, there is a 3-day trial going on. But you don't have to. I live stream 2, sometimes 3 days a week here. So until I get to, like, I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000 subs, I'll probably keep doing that. But yeah, the best days of the week I do trade in the Discord though. But I do not have enough people in the community yet for it to be something I trade every single day. Once I get like 100 users in the Discord, if that ever happens, if and when, then I'll start keeping them all private and I'll trade here on YouTube once a week. But until then, gotta build up the business a bit more. Gotta build up the community. Okay, did ES... Wow, so ES has not swept its high. It's created 4 equal highs here. There's an SMT going on right now with NQ. Very interesting. Very small SMT, but still an SMT. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. I think we have some new technology that could just do self-driving for standard cars way better than any current approach has worked. Let's see about that. Okay, so the inversion gap is potentially working here. I think this could be what drives us back down to this 1 minute gap. But I am done for now, guys. I've already taken my trade for the day. I did scalp to these equal highs as well on the funded. So we are only up 126 on this funded account for the day. 126.88. Again, newer funded account, but we've been able to deliver this balance up to 430. Not too bad. So if you guys are looking for a short setup, technically this is one, and the target would be this 1 minute fair value gap. I am not taking this personally. We have equal highs above us. It's the day of CPI. I'm going to wait now until CPI. Wouldn't be surprised if we just consolidate for the rest of this session. But yeah, I'll probably be done until... I'll probably stay on until the end of this macro, and then I'll come back in a few hours for CPI 8. In 3 hours for CPI. So if you guys really want to enter a short here, again, I don't suggest it, but this is technically a 1 minute inversion. And the setup would look like this. Hold on, let me delete this. Stop loss would be a close back above, and then you would target this 1 minute fair value gap right here. For those of you guys who are still watching, do you want me to stay on for a few more minutes, or are we done? Andre, it's down for 10 more? Yeah, sure I can. Andre, have you taken a trade yet already? Okay, so continuation down here. I think, again, this is probably driving down to rebalance this 1 minute. Yeah, of course, of course. No trades? How long have you been a trader for? Do you trade NQ primarily? Do you trade ICT? Do you have a model? I'm always curious to hear what you guys are all about. Yeah, so what I think right here is that after this equal high sweep, we got this inversion. I think we're probably not going to trade back to this and before going here, but this was the entry. This candle here, and then we retraced, but I think this is ultimately going to drive us lower here. We will see though. Again, I'm done personally. I have taken my trade for the day. When CPI occurs at 11 my time, 2 o'clock Eastern, that is another opportunity to take a trade today. But until then, I think we'll just watch price action. I'll call out where I think the market's going, but I'm not going to be taking anything else. All right, so we'll see if this ends up being a rejection here. We could easily stab back up to this high right here. Don't get it twisted. It's trying to stop out traders who are short from this level. But after this touches, I think we'll probably continue rejecting down here. At least for the short term, like I said. Okay, so it came super close to that level. There's the touch. I think this is where the short happens if it's going to happen. So again, why do I think this is where the short is going to happen? I'll label this in black. Because everyone who entered on this 1 minute inversion has their stop loss here. Now that this low got swept, it got moved to break even. So I think this is where the short's going to happen, if it will. I wait to see a move in S500. I'm assuming you mean S&P 500. It's very up between the US 30 and the US 100, the monthly equal highs. Sounds like a lot. But if it works for you, it works, Andre. Normally, I use ES and NQ, and that's it. Tristan, what's up? Good morning, sir. Long time no see. I haven't been really streaming on YouTube too much recently, though. I took one trade today, 1 minute inversion. I think, again, this is probably the next draw on liquidity right here. These not equal highs, this fair value gap here on the 1 minute. But we will see. Need to see the 22100 level. 22100. If we go up here, we're probably not going to come back down before these equal highs get hit. That's my guess, but we will see. Wow, I have to sneeze. I think this is probably still manipulation to go lower, but really I wanted to see this level be where the rejection happens. So the fact that we're pumping here, not as ideal. Could still easily reject, but we'll see what happens. Excuse me. Okay, so this could be where the sells happen if they're going to. There's a tiny 1 minute inversion here. Keep that in mind. But we will see. If no entry setup, we stay out. Everyone with his levels. Yeah, fair enough. What makes you like the 22-100 levels, Andre? Is there a specific thing on a higher time frame chart that you like there? What makes you like that level? The bias is the same cells. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, your bias is the same. I know, but what about 22-100 do you like so much? Why do you think that it has to go back up here before you go short? Like, why is this not a good level for you after the equal highs got swept? Because if it comes up to 22-100, you realize we have perfect equal highs right above us. So realistically, this will probably go all the way up here first before the shorts happen, if that is going to be the case. Right now, I think that the market's going to come down to this 1 minute gap. That's what I'd like to see. Doesn't have to happen, but there's a 1 minute inversion happening here as well. But I'd love to see that. We do have equal highs right above us, so ultimately I think today this is where it's going to drive, but short term I think that we're going to end up rebalancing this. That's my guess. We'll see if I'm right or wrong though. Guys, if you're in the stream, make sure you like it. Helps the algos. That's why I put the little doohickey on the screen so you guys can like. But yeah, to me this looks like the start of an intraday sell program. Potentially to rebalance this, but we will see what happens. Okay, are you in the bathroom right now? While you're at work? Or did you find a way to sneak your computer while you're sitting at your desk? I remember last time you said you were in the bathroom. If this inverses to the downside, I think this is a pretty good RR short. If you guys want to try it, you can. We can try it on paper for fun. Oh, cool, cool. If you log into your Top Step, you can't trade. All right, potential inversion here. Got you, Kay, got you. Okay, this could be where the dump happens. See if we get the closure below. Can't access the Top Step. Okay, so there's not really any entry for this inversion play. Obviously, we're really low here, but I still think this could be what delivers us down. My guess is that today we'll see new all-time highs. Today, you realize all-time highs are still quite a ways away, guys. Gold has been consolidating since this time yesterday. Yeah, a lot of stuff hasn't been moving nicely. Just a manipulation to dump the market at FOMC. Possibly, but again, we have those equal highs right above us, so do not be surprised if we end up going up first, and then we go lower later. That's what my thought process is here. So, and Andre, I hope you realize now what we're looking at here. Monthly levels are super important, so I think that is why we are rejecting here, and this is where the inversion play was. Again, I still think this will work to the downside, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, so we have equal highs right here. But yeah, on the hourly, structurally, this does not look very bullish. This looks bullish right now, but we have an hourly fair value gap here. The equal highs are where we might manipulate up, fill some of this hourly gap, and then go lower. And again, we have a new week opening gap down here that needs to be filled. We have all these standard deviations. So do not be surprised, guys, if we end up rejecting today after a manipulation higher. We'll see. Very nice dump here. And the reason I want this 1 minute gap, we also have a very important Fibonacci here. I don't know how to explain this, guys. I'm not going to reveal all my secret sauce, but we have something very important here that I think is going to hit. Bum, 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 bum. Yo, what's up, Edgardo? Guys, if you're in the stream, make sure you like it. There's 8 people watching on YouTube, 24 people watching on X. We got 4 likes in here. Come on. That's some sad shit right there. Wow, somebody unliked? Damn. That's wild. I went in shorts also with small size. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the inversion play was here, so technically this is the entry. But I do think this still has the potential to come down here. All right, there we go. 7 likes now. Like to see it. Edgardo, did you take any trades today, brother? So I think they're probably trying to stop people out by just wicking the market up here. This is the entry for the short. But I think ultimately this is going to drive down to this low and then this low and then hopefully get into that fair value gap. Did anyone take this 1 minute inversion? For those of you guys who are on the screen, this is my only execution on the day, targeting those equal highs. And then I did take a scalp on my funded to these equal highs. Okay, there's another dump here. Love to see this be what drives us lower. Were you on stream, Edgardo, when I took that? Or did you take that separately? If you did take it separately, that makes me so happy that you're learning. Good job, Edgardo. That's awesome, bro. So happy to hear that. Oh, I passed my ETF eval. Very good. What is an ETF eval? I don't think I've ever heard of that. But congratulations. Oh, Elite Trader Funding. Got you, got you. Congrats, bro. That's so awesome. Now make sure, Edgardo, if this is your first funded account, I'm not sure if it is or not, but make sure you are super, super risk averse. Don't risk more than like 0.5% per trade. You have what? Is it a 50K account? So you got $22,000 or $2,500 or something? Yep, exactly, Tristan. 100K, so you get, how much do you get to risk total? You get $3,000 on the account of drawdown? Or is it more than that? Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, 3,000. So risk 1% to 0.5% on each trade. But honestly, especially if it's your first funded, I would risk 0.5% and no more. That's it. Just let it be. No. On a $3,000 account, 1% is $30. You have to be super risk averse. That's just me. And then I would try and like pass a bunch of fundeds and use copy traders. If it's too slow for you, I mean, if you really want to, you can risk like, I don't know, maximum $100. But even that, bro, it's so easy to go on tilt. I would focus on a 1% trade and then build the account up super slowly. That's just me though. Build it up really, really slow. I'm going to extend this fair value gap out so you guys can see it. But this is where I think the market is driving here. All right, almost there. Almost there. Andre, how's your shorts playing out now, bro? Did you hold? I would suggest, guys, taking partials close to this fair value gap. So if you're long, if you're short all the way from up here, definitely take a partial here for your mental health in case we get, maybe we trade back into this 1 minute fair value gap. That's always a possibility before going lower. But, yeah. So have you partialed here at all? Okay, good, good, good. So technically, guys, this is what the trade looked like, right? I said wait for this inversion, but unfortunately, it didn't really give us a nice entry. If you hold down to this fair value gap here, this is still almost a 2-to-1 RR, but not quite, and it's the day before CPI. We have equal highs above us, so I would definitely be partialing in this area. Also, something to note. Let me delete this quick. If we draw the 50% of this leg to this leg, let me just make this a gray dotted line. The 50% actually falls right before the fair value gap. So be aware that this is also a potential spot we will bounce from. So I would also set a target for your partialing right here, because sometimes what they'll do, they'll make the market super tricky. They'll bring us super close to the fair value gap, and then they'll reverse the market, trade back up here, then deliver later. Just be very careful as well, is what I'm suggesting. Okay, so again, this is the main draw, and for those of you guys who like, this should be a not even an eye opener, but just something that kind of keeps you aware. If you study the markets for long enough, you will be able to predict price like this. When you see imbalances in the market, especially after we hit major liquidity, we create equal highs and sweep them. We're in a macro time. We get inversions. This is just all experience. And again, can I guarantee we deliver to this 1 minute gap on this leg of price? I cannot guarantee it. But what I will say most likely will happen is that we'll trade down to the 50% of the leg. Then from here, we might get a stab down into the 1 minute. They might reverse the market right at the 50%, trade into this 1 minute gap. So many different things can happen here. But I think the most likely draw is right here at the 50%. It does not mean to enter price here because we could easily tap into this first and then go lower. I can't predict to you exactly when it's going to happen, but I can predict to you where it's most likely to go. So there's two different models that can play out here. Again, this can trade into and then we go down, or we can just cleanly deliver. One of the two. To me, it looks like it's going to be a clean delivery. But the fact that up here I was telling you guys that my objective was this 1 minute fair value gap in this order block after the equal highs got swept. I mean, if that doesn't tell you enough about how you can predict price or have a really good idea of where price is going to go after studying the markets for long enough, I don't know what will help you. But I hope that is, I guess, an eye-opener or something that gives you confidence that if you look at the markets for enough time, you'll be able to learn this stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a poll in the Discord. I'm not sure how many people are going to be in the Discord this afternoon for FOMC. If more than 4 people, because I don't have that many people in the Discord right now for day trading. If more than 4 people end up reacting to my comment about the live stream, I'll do it in the Discord. If you guys want the live stream for CPI today on YouTube, make sure you like and also comment something real quick. Just say like, type 1, I guess, if you guys want me to do a live stream here. If I get 4 times more likes on YouTube for the live stream, I'll do it here instead of in the Discord. Unless my Discord reacts enough times where they want it if they want it privately. So let's see how many ones we can get. Again, type 1 if you want not CPI. Bro, what am I even saying right now? I didn't sleep very much last night. Type 1 if you want the FOMC live stream on YouTube. Not CPI, FOMC, which is at 11 o'clock my time, 2 p.m. Eastern. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum-a-dum. Okay, rejection there. Now I think the 50% is going to hit here. Bum, 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 bum. Wow, only one person wants the FOMC live stream? Damn. Alright, I guess we won't do it on YouTube then. Okay, so once the 50% taps and this fair value gap tap, then from there, I could care less what happens. I'm going to get off the stream, and then we will decide on... we will decide with my Discord whether or not we're going to stream publicly or privately for FOMC. Bro, only one person wants it from YouTube. Okay, so this should be the tap in right here. If you want to scalp 1-to-1 to the 50%, up to you. Chuckster, yes. Okay, we got 2 people that want it. 3-bar reversal's not available. Chuckster is down. Okay, so I got 2 people who on YouTube that want the FOMC stream at 2 p.m. Eastern today. Only 2. There's 26 people watching this on X and on YouTube. All right, Andre, have a good one, sir. There's 26 people here and only 2 people want the FOMC stream. 3-bar reversal was down, but he's not available, so that's 3. Bum 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 bum. Alright, so still no touch into it. It should still go there, but we'll see how it delivers. So we could easily deliver back up into this 1-minute gap first. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it here, guys. We'll come back at 11, or 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific. Appreciate your time, and yeah, I'll catch you guys for the FOMC stream. All right?